Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do something I haven't done in quite a while. I'm doing another episode video of my Forgotten Eyeshadow series. So if you haven't seen any of them previously, what I like to do is go through some of my older eyeshadow palettes and kind of use the shades that I've never used before, because I know probably like most people, when we have our kind of favourite palettes or palettes that we like to use, there's always a couple of shades that kind of get left behind. So I felt like if I do like a video on using the shades that I've never used before, I could find a buried treasure. And this is actually sellotape that keeps on poking out of my eye because I'm going to be starting on the eyes today. So the palette that I'm going to be focusing on is a Fierce by Nature palette by Morphe. I've used this palette quite a few times on my channel before, not so much like this year, but last year I absolutely loved this palette when I first got it, and the shade selection is insane. Like, it's a palette that I would use pretty much every day if I had the chance to, because of the gorgeous reds, and then the random green I absolutely love. I love that green. It is a really beautiful pigmented shade. And then down at the bottom here you've got a lot of darker tones, which I do like as well. So I thought today this palette would be one that I would kind of focus on because it's been a while since I've actually used it as well. I am going to be putting on a full face of makeup afterwards, but I want to concentrate on the eyes first. So I've done my eyebrows. I've used the P. Louise kind of brow gel and brow pencil that I got in one of her budget boxes recently, and I'm going to be going in also now with one of her bases, and I believe this is a new base. I saw it on her page and I didn't actually realise that it was a new product because it did come in the budget box as well. And I have used some of her eyeshadow bases before and they are absolutely gorgeous. I've used some of her coloured ones as well, but I felt today this one I haven't actually tried yet, so I'm going to give it a go and see how it works, because I don't know if this is a new formula or if this is just something new that she's kind of just put out, because I know you can buy this now by itself, because in the beginning when it comes to these budget boxes, you were kind of getting them before everyone else, which is pretty handy. And I mean, obviously this is not a video talking about P. Louise, but just an idea if you wanted to get her budget box again. I think she does them once a month, and there's, I think it's about, you pay £30 but it's £70 worth of products, and then you get some exclusives as well. So I'm not sure when this month is going live, but again, check out her website. But this is not a video about P. Louise. I've used some of her products so many times, and I'm just going to wait for this to kind of settle in. So let's focus on the palette, because obviously it's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this video. But yeah, this is the Fierce by Nature palette. It's been out for almost a year now, I believe, and you can get it obviously on the Morphe website. You can get it anywhere that they sell Morphe, and I don't know how big this palette was when it first came out, because I just know that a lot of their palettes these days do get a lot of kind of, not hate, but not a lot of like love as it used to be, because essentially a lot of their palettes do look quite similar and do look quite the same. So there's only so many palettes you can make with nude eyeshadows, with red eyeshadows, etc. So let me see, it's not creasing, so that's fine. There's a big indication of ones that I've used already. So for example, some of the reds and some of the shimmers I have used, but I feel like a lot of the ones at the bottom I will be using today because I haven't used them before. So let's get this on, because we're going to be doing a look today, of course. I don't know what look we're doing, but we're going to go in, and before this settles in, I'm just going to pat it down with my beauty sponge. So again, what to go in with first, I'm trying to make sure that obviously these shades I haven't used before, because the whole point. I'm going to try something a little bit different. So I'm going to go in with this shade just here. It kind of looks like a purple shade, but it's called Hypnotic. So I'm taking one of my Eco Tools brushes, and this kind of looks like it's a dark purple, but we'll see Hasn't picked up much. Let's go tap off any of the excess that we have. And oh, okay, yeah, that's a purple. I wasn't expecting that shade at all, but that's all right. We're gonna just tap everywhere, and it's caught on really nicely. Again, it does help because of the base. And we're just gonna tap, not add any more, just because it is quite heavy in the corner. So try and do something a bit different today. I have used this palette so many times and I really do love it, and it is a palette I feel that you might already have in a couple of other palettes, but if you wanted to get a palette that had it in one, and I think this palette is only maybe £25, maybe less than that, but I feel like that's a really good price. And Morphe always, I know that they have their controversies and their issues, but when it comes to kind of quality, I do like a lot of their palettes, and they do interesting collaborations, a lot with people that I personally don't know, because I don't follow a lot of TikTok people or certain YouTubers. Obviously I know who like James Charles is, because that's obvious. We all know who he is, and the palette they did with him. But then they done, was it the TikTok girls, who I know absolutely nothing about because I don't do TikTok. I have a TikTok, but I don't use it in the sense of I'm doing any dances, because I'm not a moron in that sense. But let's go in now with, because this is like a purple now, this is kind of like throwing me off a bit. I'm going to go in, oh god, I should have planned this out ahead, but I don't do that. I needed like a darker shade, so maybe something like this, which is called Smolder, okay. And this is like a dark, it looks like it's a dark brown, so I'm going to try and put this here and blend it. Oh, okay. Not what I expected, but we're going to go with it. This is turning into a darker look than I expected. I wasn't planning on doing a really kind of darkish look today, if that's even the word. But so far, everything's looking quite nice. I'm quite surprised at myself, especially skills wise, because I normally do not have any. But I think the base has actually helped quite a bit, helped me with like the shape of everything, and that's why I like using the sellotape as well, because it does help give an actual definition to the eyes. Okay. Wow, that's actually coming out really nicely. Okay. It's a gothic dream right now. Perfect. Right. I'm actually using Beauty Bay brushes as well. I think the first brush, yeah, the first one was Eco Tools, like I mentioned, and then this one is by Beauty Bay. They always have like a ton of different brushes that you can get. They're amazing. And I'm gonna try now, what am I gonna go next? I'm going with a shimmer now, because I feel like 3 shades could really just be enough for this look and make it look really nice. So and we're going with a dark shimmer, so I'm going to try this shade just here, which is called Outer Control. Okay, and I'm taking a flat brush, and this is by Spectrum, and this is an A18. Oh, that's picked up a lot of product. Tap off some excess because we might experience some fallout, but so far we haven't had any, so that's pretty handy. That's looking all right. Just add a bit more. And what I need to do actually with this kind of series is do it more often, because it, like I said, it's been a while since I did the last one. I think it's been a few months. I think I might have done one at the beginning of this year, but it's been a while. So I need to continue, because recently I have purchased a lot more palettes, and some of them tend to have a lot more shades in them that I haven't tried. So I will be doing this again, and I know I'm uploading this on a Monday, and normally I do a makeup and movie Monday, but I'm going to be kind of giving those a bit of a rest for a while because I feel like they're not as great as I kind of want them to be. I'm just going to go back in with the first shade just to add a bit more. So those I might give a little bit of a rest just until I kind of find what I want to do with them essentially. But I haven't stopped them completely, so maybe I will do some more in the future until I know how to do them. So, oh my god, these are actually looking really interesting. I actually am going to go off camera and sort these out, and then we're just going to continue with the base, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I've just tidied everything up and I've actually used some concealer to just make it a little bit more defined. I've used my face milk, which is the watermelon face milk, and now I'm going to go in just with the rest of my face. So I'm going in with my Ordinary primer that is part of my project pan, and I don't know if you guys have seen any of my last videos, but I actually finished my first project pan item, which was my face milk, which was the coconut face milk, and I'm really happy that I've actually finished something really kind of early into the year. I know we're like in the 5th month now, but still it's quite an achievement for someone like me who keeps on forgetting to use them, even though I am trying my best to use them as often as I can, especially when it comes to the face milks, because I have quite a few of those. I don't know what I'm going to use to replace it, but when I do, it will be in my monthly favourites, so do check that out. So with foundation, going in with the Fit Me Maybelline Matte Poreless in the shade 104, which is Soft Ivory. And I felt like today I would do the rest of my face just on camera because, you know, I know we just focused on the eyeshadow palette, but I feel like just do a bit of a longer video just to kind of see how it works with everything else. And with my concealer, I use the Colourpop concealer that I recently purchased, and I'm quite liking actually, even though the shade is not 100% my shade. I still quite like it to use under my under eyes and just any blemishes that I have, which is my whole face basically. My whole face is a blemish. And yeah, even though I got the shade that was just a little bit too dark, I feel like sometimes it's okay to kind of pull it off because it does work. And this foundation is taking a little bit longer to build up than normal. So I'm just going to try and add as much as I can. So yeah, I do like this foundation quite a lot. I do like Maybelline products, even though I think the L'Oreal one was just a little bit better. Which is essentially kind of the same type of foundation. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more, just adding a bit more on top. And okay, yeah, I need to think about what palette to use next for my Forgotten series, because I think I've done about 3 or 4 already, and this will be my 5th one, 4th one, whichever. It's been a while again since I've used them. I need to figure out how to make a playlist of them as well, because then I'll be able to keep track of how many I've done and which ones I've done as well, so I don't actually replicate them. So yeah, let's go in with a setting powder, and of course I'm going in with my project pan, which is my Revolution powder. And I don't even know if this, I just call it the brick powder, even though it's just the matte base powder in P3. Yeah, I just call it matte powder, the brick powder, because it's the shape of a brick. So I have some new Revolution products coming up soon. The delivery hopefully should be here in a few days, so that video will be coming for the new series that they released. There's like another sister brand when it comes to Revolution, like they're just non-stop basically. So that will be coming soon. And let's go in with a kind of bronzer. I haven't used this in ages. It's the Beauty Crop Staycation Sardinia Sand Bronzer. Ugh. And this is, again, a product I've not used in freaking ages. It's really nice and cute and small. And I do have a little code with Beauty Crop as well, if you want to check them out and just follow my description really, and just use my code in the checkout to get a discount, even if you don't want to. Their website is still really nice. Like, they have some really nice eyeshadow palettes. They have some nice lip products for sure. and I'm not going too heavy handed with this because it's quite a light bronzer, which I like, so but I still need to be careful because I don't want to go overboard, because I have a tendency of having a heavy hand when it comes to using certain bronzers, and then I look crazy. So yeah, this is a nice one, and you can get a lot of different shades as well. Even though it's super tiny, I got it as a little set that Beauty Crop had done. If you want to check out any of my reviews, then check out some of my previous videos because I've spoken about them a few times. So blush, an old school favourite, it's a BH Cosmetics floral blush in the shade Fiji Fun, and this one I have liked for many years, and it's very pigmented, so you have to be very careful when you use it because some, like the dark shade, can be really dark. Sorry about the noise as well, but what can you do? Okay, so that is looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm looking overly bronzed, but let's get a bit of powder, some of my setting powder just on there a bit. So not overly bronze. I just need to stop this for one moment. Sorry about that. One issue that I tend to have a lot is if I because I have very sensitive skin, I need to be very careful when I'm using certain techniques because it will aggravate my skin and then it will get worse. So I just had to pause, so I apologise. But yeah, let's go on to highlighter. I'm going in with my Doll Beauty Duo in the shade Champagne Supernova. So I like to mix both of these because they're just, oh, it's so gorgeous. I love how pigmented this highlighter is, and it's dangerous as to how pigmented it is. Could blind people with this, but yeah, I love this highlighter. It's absolutely gorgeous. So just gonna add just a bit more because we like to be seen from space. And to finish everything off with my lips, I'm going to go in with one of my Fenty Beauty liquid lipsticks in the shade Underdog, and this is actually now a staple shade. I thought this was only like a limited edition that she came out with during Christmas a few years ago, but now it's a staples product, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, and this is my finished look. I went a little bit overboard on the lips, but that's fine because I didn't have a lip liner with me at the time. But yeah, this is my finished look, and this is my eye look, which actually has come out really nicely by using the Fierce by Nature palette by Morphe. I was going to say Beauty Bay, but that's not right. Yeah, everything else does look really good. It was an accidental goth look because that's what I tend to do. I tend to go a bit overboard with everything. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried this palette, if you like it, if you don't like it, what don't you like about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on my social media because I'm always active on there. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good start to your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.